How's it going, Team Maryland fans? Welcome back to another episode of Meeting TM. Slight audible this week. Evan Green was unable to shoot, so we got the all-star Tristian Mock here.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us on the program, Tristian. How's it going?
Pretty good. How are you?
Doing very well. So yeah, no on-ice feature again this week, scheduling conflicts. It is what it is. But we're happy to have Tristian here, talk to him a little bit, and get to know him. So you went to All-Star Weekend.
Yep.
Was this your first time at All-Star Weekend?
Yes, this was my first time at All-Star Weekend.
How'd you like it?
It was awesome. You know, they treated us really well, took care of us, gave us honestly pro-like treatment. It was pretty cool.
Got to see some Division III NCAA schools, right? So how does that kind of make you want to kind of drive you a little bit more to get a college offer and get a commitment, stuff like that?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the college game's a lot different from the junior game. It's a lot more physical, it's faster. You don't have as much time with the puck, and it's just getting used to that. But definitely after what I saw, I definitely want to play college hockey, especially the Division III level. It's pretty high end. So we got to play against a very good competition. I was appreciative of that.
You scored as well at All-Star Weekend. How was that?
It was a pretty good feeling. I get the monkey off the back, but it took me a game. But
I mean,
it was good.
Not everyone gets to go to an All-Star game, let alone score at an All-Star game. So that's still pretty exciting, gotta imagine. When you got selected to the All-Star team, how was that? Was it a phone call? Was it a?
Coach Fusco told me.
He told you?
It was a pretty cool feeling.
How was it kind of traveling with him? I saw a picture that the EHL posted with you and Fusco talking.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a great trip. Me and Coach got to spend a lot of time together, so it was very nice. Yeah.
Was that a nice bonding kind of thing for
sure?
Specifically you and him?
Yeah, and it's nice to meet some of the other guys around the league too. The top players. You don't really get to play against them, but you don't really get to know them. It's nice to get to know them as well.
Yeah. So we've had a bunch of people on who have been with Fusco before.
Yeah.
I think you might actually be the first one who hasn't been with him before.
Yeah.
Would you describe his coaching style?
He's a great coach. He knows his stuff. He's really good with the players. He takes good care of us. He helps us out when we need it. Tells us what we're doing wrong, what we're doing right. It's a great coach there.
Who's your NHL team?
St. Louis Blues.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, lucky guy. But why are you a Blues fan?
I know Vladimir Tarasenko.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been my favorite player since he entered the league, and I love watching the Blues play.
Is that kind of who you try to model your game after?
Yeah.
You do have notice your release is very quick, just like Tarasenko's.
Yeah, I like to play that half wall spot on the power play as well.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Tomorrow's game against the Little Flyers, this will air unfortunately after that game. So how do you go preparing for a short week like this? Because we have the Wednesday's game and then you have games against the Seahawks this weekend.
I mean, the schedule of this league is honestly a pretty big grind. We came off a weekend. We have a game on Wednesday, so we're playing obviously tomorrow, and then we have the Seahawks, and I think we play Walpole this weekend at the Showcase. So, it's difficult. It's a lot of travel, but it's fun.
How do you kind of adapt to the travel, I guess? Because I think that's an underrated aspect of junior hockey.
It's definitely something you have to get used to. You got to get warmed up pretty well. You got to get rid of bus legs pretty quickly, especially these showcases with a lot of schools watching. You got to make sure that you're ready to play every single game.
What does that entail, kind of being ready to play every single game? What is that for you? What does that mean?
You just got to get mentally into the game. You got to get loose. You got to play hard, but you also have to remember that it's just hockey. It's a hockey game. It's fun. Don't put too much pressure on yourself. But you also, when you're on the ice, you have to make the right plays, and you have to take care of what you need to take care of.
Is that when you feel like you play your best hockey, when you kind of just like take a breath and take some of the weight off your shoulders? And
yeah, for sure. It's a lot easier to move the puck. It's a lot easier, obviously, scoring. They put a big, it's a monkey on the back, and you get rid of that pretty quickly, and it's nice.
I feel like a lot of times you can catch yourself kind of either gripping the stick too tight per se.
Yeah, sometimes you're so focused on one thing, and if you don't have fun with it, it's not going to come. You have fun with it, and it all goes your way usually.
What's your favorite part about being part of this organization here with Team Maryland and the Black Bears and all the kind of chain here?
I think it's a great organization. There's always that opportunity to go practice with the Black Bears, move up to the NA team. It's good. There's schools watching us all the time, so I think it's a very nice setup here, and we're treated pretty well. We got a nice facility, and I like it here a lot.
How does it feel having an NA team in house?
It's obviously it's a lot. It feels pretty good knowing that at any time if you're playing well, you're going up, and that's honestly the main goal here is for our guys to get better and for us to get commitments. But at the same time, you know, you're trying to move up to the better leagues.
Tougher competition, tougher, you know, all that stuff. Do you, as far as challenging yourself goes, do you kind of set personal goals, or do you just kind of, you know?
I like to say that I set personal goals for myself. You know, there's games where I go in with the expectation of, you know, I have to do this. But at the same time, like I said, you put too much pressure on yourself, it usually doesn't happen, so you have to have fun with it. You have to set goals, but you also have to, you know, make them, they have to be reachable goals. You were not
on the opening night roster for Team Maryland.
Yeah.
So how did that kind of come about where you got, you know, you were informed that you were on the team, and then when did that transition take place kind of?
You know, it all happened with Twin City. You know, things weren't going right up there, so I thought it was best for me to, you know, get a change of scenery. And I talked to Fusco a little bit over the summer, and I reached out to him and said, hey, like, if you still have a spot, I'd like to come down and play. And he reached out to me, and it was probably within like a day or two I was down here playing for Team Maryland.
That's awesome. So there was, you know, you initiated that dialogue, and then that's cool. That's part of the thing with Fusco that I really like as a coach, is that he's willing to kind of stick his neck out and
for sure,
and give guys a chance, you know, and it's paid off in your case, because you've been one of the more productive players on the team this year.
Yeah, it's nice having a coach that, you know, believes in you guys and really takes good care of you and gives you ample opportunities to, you know, make yourself a better hockey player.
Speaking of, you know, being on the score sheet, being a productive player, stuff like that, do you kind of feel a groove and keep rolling with it?
Yeah, you know, I go out there every day and I just, you know, play my game, and my game's to, you know, help us put pucks in the net and, you know, try to keep them out. So I do my best out there to put up points and to score some goals, but at the same time, you also have to look at the defensive aspects of the game, and you got to make sure your game's tight there as well.
11 goals on the year so far. Do you have a season end goal that you want to reach, or is it just kind of however many you can put in?
I want to put in as many as I can, but at the same time, you know, I want this team to go far and win. So if I'm scoring and we're winning, that's great, and keep piling them in. But at the same time, I would like to see our team have success rather than personal success.
For sure.
Yeah.
Is there a favorite moment that you've had so far this season?
Yeah, I would honestly say like comeback win against the Little Flyers. We were up, and then we went down, and, you know, we rallied as a team and got a big PK goal and just kind of took over from there.
Mm-hmm. So when you're here in Piney, because we mentioned, you know, when you're in the showcases and you're in the hotels, stuff you like to do with the guys, what do you like to do around here with your teammates?
I think we went bowling a couple times, you know, just hanging out with the guys, going to dinner. We obviously have an API training facility. We hang out there, obviously, as well. You know, spending time in the locker room. We got a ping pong table downstairs. We've been kind of crushing that recently. That's been fun.
Who's the best ping pong player on the team?
I want to say myself, but
really,
it's definitely not me. I would say probably. I think Jay's pretty good.
Yeah.
Mike's the top of the power rankings right now. I don't know how he got up there though.
So thank you for joining us once again on another episode of Meeting TM. This time we sat down with Tristian Mock. Next time we'll either be back with Evan Green or Bobby Geyer. A bit of a scramble to figure out what's going on this week, but nonetheless, we thank you for joining us and hope that you enjoy the video. Have a great day.